What's up, everyone? It's Joe Revita from Empire Music in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm here today with the new Martin D-18 Modern Deluxe. We just got this guitar in. It's phenomenal, so we're going to give you a full review on it. Martin is showing off its ability to innovate in this model. Oftentimes we don't think of Martin that way because of their classic models and how long they've been in business. But they've been innovating since the dovetail neck joint, and they've really showed their ability to take their models and take a huge step forward with them. This particular guitar, the D-18 Modern Deluxe, really is the best D-18 model that I've really recently played. I love this guitar. I own a stock D-18, and this thing is head and shoulders really just an excellent upgrade. What's great about it is they've taken things that are cosmetic and upgraded them on it. They've taken structural things and upgraded them, and they've done things that are sonic upgrades. So we really cover the spectrum, and they found a way to really get this amazing instrument, which sounds outrageous, and you'll be able to hear it here in a minute, and keep it priced fairly, which is amazing because it takes a lot to make a Martin guitar. So, like all D-18s, this has a Sitka spruce top and mahogany back and sides. The first big upgrade on this is the top is VTS, which is a vintage tone system, which is torrefaction. And this guitar, basically through that process of aging, gives the guitar a much bigger tone and a more aged in tone. So obviously we all want guitar tops that are, been played for 100 years because they sound bigger and they have more overtones. But the reality is those guitars don't, hold up structurally for hundreds of years. And this gives us really a more vintage tone built right in, which is amazing. Next, what they did is they took the truss rod and they made it titanium. And that has allowed for, first, some more accurate adjusting, which is great. And it's also just under 2/3, 64% lighter. And it's immediately noticeable. When you pick this guitar up, you go, oh, it's just lighter than a stock D-18, which is really, really cool. So reducing weight is always a good thing. Really makes the guitar more ambient. They have liquid metal bridge pins. So these are really cool, lightweight, louder. They look cool. So nice upgrade there. And then also, the bridge plate underneath the bridge here is made of carbon fiber, and that leads to a couple things. It makes the guitar definitely louder. It's lighter than wood, which is typically the material that's used. And then you also find that over just hundreds of years of guitar building, for almost a couple hundred years of guitar building for Martin, the longer you have one of these guitars, the strings, the ball ends will rub against that bridge plate and eventually wear it away and create some problems for you. The carbon fibers, you're not going to have that issue. So really, really great upgrade. When you hear this guitar, what I immediately notice is how just bold and huge it is. So let's just give it a quick strum here and see what you think. Excellent dynamic range, but out of the gate, I just want to kind of give it a push. Big tone, big sustain, really, really impressive. What's cool about this guitar, and a big advantage of VTS tops, is it does allow for a little bit more delicate playing too. Like when you think of a D-18, sometimes they're not the most articulate guitars, the dreadnoughts, because they need more air to make them move. So, you have to play them harder to get great tone. And obviously when you're playing either fingerstyle or lightly with a pick, you're not playing that hard. But this guitar, you'll feel it move right against your body as soon as you start to play. So we can just... tons of definition. Sometimes with these guitars that have been played through history, D28s, HD28s, D18s, sometimes for note separation, for recording or performance, sometimes these are a little tricky because they can be so bottom heavy and strong that sometimes you lose a little bit of that definition. And then Modern Deluxe series really does a spectacular job of cleaning that up. Guitars are more lively through the mids. So its ability to do more styles of music more easily is definitely apparent. Then what Martin did to kind of take the guitar up an extra notch is they made some really great cosmetic upgrades over the stock series. Gold hardware that are open back tuners. So I'm going to flip this over here so we can show you the really beautiful tuners that they did, which is awesome. And also on the headstock they did a mother of pearl inlay. So the brand is inlaid really, really pretty. We'll kind of zoom in here on the frets. The frets are now have a gold color to them, and it's really slick. It's not overdone. It just adds a little bit of, you know, a modern look to it. It's definitely not over the top. And then my favorite cosmetic upgrade on this is the wood binding. So the D-18 comes with rosewood binding. You know, so you'll see this really great rosewood binding here. It's great against the mahogany, kind of like that redness of the mahogany. Here's the back of the guitar so you can see it. And, you know, matching heel cap, which is really slick. So if you're looking for, or if you're, you know, a Martin geek that just loves Martin guitars, then the Modern Deluxe series might, you know, definitely should be something you should look at. They have 4 different models. This is the D-18. I would consider this one for sure. You definitely want to look at it. But if you've been looking for a big, bold Martin that gives you the tone of those vintage guitars, but gives you some modern sensibility in the sense of its ability to feel lighter, which is always cool, a modern look. The Modern Deluxe is a home run without a doubt. Obviously, you get the factory warranty. It's a lifetime warranty from Martin. Really, really great cases with these. Now, Empire here, when you buy one of these guitars in store, we give you years worth of service free, so your neck adjustments, all your setups and all that stuff are free for a year. For our online customers, when we ship this guitar out, they're fully inspected, they're adjusted and set up. We can set them to your specs. So if you want a different type of string or whatever, we can accommodate you in any way, you know, that makes sense for you. We're glad to do that. And we always pack and ship professionally. So we'll really get you out a great shipped guitar. So the Martin D-18 Modern Deluxe, brand new from Martin for 2019, gives you historical tone. The VTS top gives you the most vintage sounding D-18 outside of the Authentic series, which is a much higher priced series. But then it gives us all this cool modern stuff in the sense of titanium truss rods, carbon fiber bridge plates, new bridge pins. And then they've kind of given us a little bit fresher look. Gold hardware, nicer brand name inlay. The Martin inlay looks great. You know, the gold frets as well. So look us up at empiremusiconline.com. Give us a call at the store, 412-343-5299. Myself, Todd, or Anthony, we're experts. We'll do anything we can to help you get this guitar. We have amazing financing deals. And you should have one of these guitars in your collection. If you love big sounding guitars that really can roar, the Martin D-18 Modern Deluxe is your guy. Thanks for checking out. I'm going to strum for you on the way out. Thanks a lot.